Yo, good morning, Nicholas, Adam. We are back at the worst job I've ever been to, where a builder has messed up the electrics. Well, you all saw from the previous video. Anyway, a few things first. We went to go and see Reece yesterday, my mate that we've done that stuff with, and he has a laser cutter engraver, and there's a video coming at some point when I get some spare time, where, look how cool that is. So we did that on there and on a few other things, so I'm going to do a video at some point with him. Let's jump inside, run around you the stuff that we're going to be fixing today, downlights re-terminating, just making everything a bit safer, and we got the majority of the problems fixed last time. We're just figured out what's what, so today's just finishing off and making the house nice and safe for the customer. So, back in the kitchen, Adam is going to re-terminate the downlights. Once he pops one out, I'll show you the difficulty with it. No CPC throughout the cable, it's not being connected through. I did the one that's down currently. If you go back to the original video, I'll put the card up here to link it back. This cooker cable here is a cooker outlet, but that is not designed to do this. So we're going to see what we can do, make this a bit neater, a bit more accessible.
Oh, definitely. I think this.
Yeah, they're really difficult lights ones to pull out because the block is right there. So this is what I did the other day. You got it?
That's gonna get me. Oh, I should just risk it.
Yeah, go on. Spin that around then. So we took the insulation within the inside. There's not a lot of cable on it, mate.
Oh, there's not.
And we just put an ideal on it. That's the only thing we could do. So there's no red and there's no brown and blue showing. These ones, when Adam gets them out, he will show you. This one is the smoke alarm cable that I blocked up, which we're just going to bring the smoke alarm here within the same joist run rather than back over there. That is the connector block, which was for the lighting, which the builder originally split the smoke alarm circuit. He pinched the neutral from the smoke alarm circuit over to there to give a feed to the utility lights, but there was already a cable up here supplying it, which he hadn't used, so a bit of a strange one. Yeah, I'm going to pull this off and we'll see what we find behind. So this is what I've got behind the cooker ISO. In and out. I think it is a cooker ISO, rated 32 amp, yeah, it's the size of it. So it's just been poorly put on, that was all. So I think what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to use some of the bigger 6mm Wagos that we've got. We'll put a blank plate on. I'll chisel a little bit out here, put a grommet in, and we'll put a blank plate on this. It means we can feed this cable back down here, put an isolation switch in this cupboard that's accessible, and wire it in this way. So once this gets all painted white again, the blank plates should blend in quite nicely. I'm also proofing Adam's video. So Adam's doing little wonders. He's doing an apprentice giveaway on his channel that would have already come out by the time this comes out. So I'll put the link below to Adam's channel. It's for apprentices to get involved in. It's a full CK tool bag and tool set from Expert Electrical. They gave it to, who's emailing me now? They gave it to me to do a giveaway. I said, well, Adam's about to hit 10K. Adam can run through it on his channel, so go and check that out. Go over to his Instagram to be a part of it. It's only for apprentices, but you're all welcome to go and watch it. Isn't that right, Adam?
Yeah, I'm just struggling.
Are you still not got that down yet?
Mate, there's holes in. Ow.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Pull it down a little bit.
Yeah, so they're there.
Yeah, so the spring's there and there. This is going to kill me. Right. You've got to really yank. Oh, this is going to get me so bad.
Yeah, I don't want to damage the plastic.
And as well, these lap lights have a box that sits. You can see from this one, look at this one, Ad. See this lip here? There's no room for manoeuvring up and down. It's like, literally do it this, and then you've got to yank it on the side. See what I mean? I'm really happy we've got to take 9 of these out. So that's the way the lights, so there's no even covers on this one. That's the way the lights are made off before. CPC is not connected through. Loads of single insulation.
And copper, sure.
Is there any? Oh, we can show off the new ideals. This hasn't got a cover on it, like we said before, so we're going to see if we can
get one.
Find any in the sink, customer said. So while Adam's doing that, I've pulled this off. This is going to be very straightforward now. The mess we had under here is, if you can remember from the previous video, Adam sorted that out. We have a 6mm cable going round, which is terminated into a fuse switch spur, which then has the 6mm for the hob coming off of it. So that's the idea of running the new 6mm cable around the outside. We'll do an isolator in here, nice and neat. Then the underfloor heating is fed off it as well. But the 6mm cable that comes down from here, the feed, that is the isolator for it. So the 6mm here somewhere is attached to that 6mm. So what we're going to do here is pull the underfloor heating back up into the 6mm. We'll put this as a 3 amp fuse in here. Then it's about 1 to 2 amp for the underfloor heating. This is going to be reconnected into here. Get rid of all the mess under there and separate the circuit. So this will be on its own circuit, and so will you. Adam's got the new Ideal stuff. So they sent us a little goodie bag the other day. This is our Ideals. These are the new Gen 2 levers, which are...
I think they're Gen 3, mate.
I think they're Gen 2, dude.
Right.
Think so. So they're thicker levers, easy to open up, and they clip the other way compared to the Wagos. So we love them. We've used this for ages, and of all the things that we own, you cannot beat an inline splice line. Sorry, Ideal, awesome. So we've got a good collection. We've got 2 boxes of these. So thank you, Ideal. I've pulled all this cable up through now. This is the underfloor heating. I'm just going to change the fuse over and have the 6mm. The only thing I can presume is there's a big junction box in the floor somewhere, or the ceiling upstairs, which has 2 6mm running off of it. One's here, one's the cooker. As long as this tests okay, I'm more than happy with it. And we've disconnected the hob, so we'll run under there next. And I'm still watching Adam's video.
You always prove that before doing anything.
Oh, he's so knowledgeable. Where's he got all that from? I was sat in your hand there, Adam.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit of a problem. I didn't do this, by the way. I literally wiggled it and it just fell off, so.
Does it clip back in, or is that it?
No, it's fully snapped off.
It's snapped off.
So that's fantastic. And
Troy has just messaged me. Where's Troy from, Ad? You got it on! Troy, Rhino Trade Insurance. Use code Bundy10 for all your insurance needs. We've got public liability, personal indemnity insurance, we've got tool cover, we've got lots of other covers for your insurances to make you covered.
You always comment to get one wrong.
I know, so yeah, we'll put the links below for Rhino. Go check it out, see yourself 10% off. Alright, that's back on and terminated. I just need to get a longer pin. Now is for the fun stuff. So this is the cupboard I kept coming in where Adam kept lying on top of me for some reason. Wasn't it, Adam? Ugh. These always suck. So this is what I mean about the 6mm going in, which is cut off, and this is our hob cable. There was a RCD fuse spur here, unswitched, that went down to the underfloor heating. Not quite sure why that was fitted, because we already have an RCD on the board, because it's a fairly new board. That's going to come out, let's get rid of that, and then I'm just going to disconnect all this. We'll go outside in a little bit, run the new 6mm through, and then that's what our new black flex will run to for the hob on its own 32 amp circuit, make things look safer and up to regs. Because at the moment with the hob, it's running at 31 amp on, well, fully loaded, and then the oven is 17 amp. So combined together on a 6mm cable on a 32 amp breaker, obviously it's going to overload it. But I'm still shocked that the 13 amp fuse in here hasn't been blowing. When they go above 3 power on one ring on the hob, it just trips the board rather than actually blowing the fuse. And obviously there's a fuse here, but there was also a fuse on the worktop as well. So there's 2 fuse switch spurs operating it. So luckily for us, for some reason the builder decided to run a new 6mm from the fuse board, which is in this cupboard, lift up all the floorboards, run it into the kitchen. But on the outside, I presume when the house was rewired, or at some other point, because it's new colours, it was rewired in 2019 and the builders messed it up in the past couple of months. There was a 6mm running along with the socket circuit for the kitchen going down and across. This is the bonding cable. So what we can do, this is completely dead, is pull this back out, take this end box off, we'll put a through box on, we'll put some either through crimps on through this, or we'll just put some bigger Wagos on like this for the 6mm, bring it down low level, all the way across behind all this. You can see where the bonding cable comes through. I'm going to run it into this corner here, because that's where our boxing is. We'll drill it straight through into the cupboard, and that will allow us to put the isolation switch on the inside. So I'm going to go and get the bits for this because I've not got any materials at the shop. I'm just going to keep re-terminating the down lights just to make them a little bit better. We might end up nipping to screw fixtures to go and get a few more of these lights, because when they were fitted, the end caps are missing. We can terminate it nicely, but then the insulation is still visible when you take the light down because there's no caps on top. So unfortunately it's one of them. So this is going to be sort of the bigger job, and then we can re-terminate the oven, and I'll run you through all the process as and when in a minute. Right, so what I'm doing for this bit, we've just chased down a little bit to hide the cable. We'll put a stuffing gland in, where join these all together, we'll put a blank plate on which we've got down here. This will be fed through with this link. I've already pulled the cable for the cooker up here. The ISO will just sit back there. It's nicely accessible, easy to reach. It's not too high like that one, and this make things a bit easier. Same thing will happen from underneath here, but I'm just gonna get this done. Adam's just finished off doing the extractor fan cable. He's just run it down a little bit of trunk in here, just to make it a little bit more accessible, without damaging too many of the walls, to be honest. And then we can run you outside and drill through for the hob. We're getting there. I'm just going to start show. We're going to run you through what we're doing outside. It's just very difficult to film this sort of stuff. So there's the ISO in there now, nice and accessible. Blank and play with a bit of filler. I'm going to put a little bit more on. I just want to give a quick shout out to if you guys haven't listened or watched, I obviously do Monday Club with Sam, which is Electrician's podcast. #1 UK Electrician's podcast. But also, so I'll put the link below, go and give that a sub and give us a like and comment and all that delicious stuff. Also, it's Trade Legends. So Unilight have their own podcast, which is called Trade Legends. So it's PB Plumber and Alex from Unilight, the owner of, the director for Unilight. I was on the 2nd episode, Adam was on the 3rd episode. We're very lucky to be invited straight away, right at the beginning. They sort of do an hour and a bit episodes with 2 guests each time. So I was on with Dave Barnes from Nipex. Adam was on with R. Davis, which you all know, that weirdo on TikTok that just puts pictures of wire nuts and all that sort of stuff all the time. But I'll put the stuff below. Go and give him a sub and give him a like and a follow and a listen, because stuff in the morning when you're driving to work, a lot of people message say they absolutely love Monday mornings, because our Electrician's podcast goes out like 5 o'clock Monday morning. So if you've got a long drive to work, it's on all the different platforms. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all that sort of stuff. It's a good little listen, good little rant. Most of the time it's me, Sam and Dave Savory, to be honest, at the moment. Then again, on Trade Legends, great listen to, loads of different people throughout all the different trades: carpentry, plumbing, electrics, obviously at the top, bricklaying, decorating, plastering, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'll put the links below, go check them out. And if you haven't followed them already, give them a follow and let me know below that you've done so, and I will say thank you. Thank you very much. On to the good bits. Put some filler in. We managed to pour all the stuff across, feed the new 3-core back through this original beam, but we do a box above, put a bit of filler on. We had a spare cap, but we're missing a cap for this one, so I can't put this one on yet. We might end up running to Screwfix to get one, I'm not sure. We'd end up buying a whole fitting. Adam is now doing an outside socket, but now is the time to actually show you some work, so I'm going to nip out the back and show you what we're going to do.
Go!
Are we on?
Go on, start a warfare, come on.
Me and Adam just sat in the van watching all the TikToks and news reports with Russia and everything like that. No thank you.
And it's now snowing.
And it's now snowing out here. We just sat in a warm van and now it's starting to snow here. Even though it's, look up, there's blue skies. Why is it snowing? Why is it spicy? Anyway, with this has saved the customer a lot of money. The fact that there's a 6mm already run from the board to here. We're literally just going to extend this down. So I'm just going to clip the bottom one. This has just been fed into the wall and cut off. Mint. So what we're going to do, get the spirit levels out, level across. I've just noticed all the pipe work as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, not our job. Stuff we're going to need for this, we've got the SDS with a 5 bit in, red plug screws. We don't really need the combi drill, we've got the impact and we're just going to go and get the big level, get it all drilled out, get it all in place with the cleats. Is it your phone?
Yeah, like double, triple message.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Famous are we? And I've got to go on the phone in a short while. Corey's going to ring me. I've been talking to Jordan, went to Zoom meeting the other night with Jordan and his social media team, and just me. There was 5 people, and it was just me in the call again. Hello, what do you want to do?
Hello, Jackie.
Yeah, phone call with Corey. We're going to go down the next couple of weeks, record some stuff. Adam, we're going to do an apprentice swap over day, so I'll have Ruben. Jordan or Corey will have Adam, which would be a little cool thing. But before that, Adam and I are going to Mark Allison, Apprentice 1-to-1. He's doing some really cool stuff at a massive sports car dealership place above Leeds. Do you know it's above? It's a long way away.
Oh no.
So we're going to stay the night as well. But Adam's going to have a go at his very first 3-phase board.
Car charger.
I'm going to get car chargers. So we're going to get some footage up there. So that's a cool, interesting little one. And then later on in the month as well, we're going to go down and see Mikey from Residual Current. So we're trying to get around everyone. As much as I want to go around everyone and meet everyone, and you know, we've done this long enough now, I think it's good that we can all do a bit of crossovers and collabs. It's days out, we don't get paid, so I need to be careful of how much time we have off. because I've still got to pay Adam.
Yeah, boy.
While Adam's going to do that, because it's pointless, only one of us got a drill, so I'm going to neaten the board up, try and make it a bit neater, and then up there as well, where the lighting is just terminated. I'm going to dress all that nice and neat. We've got to bring what is the existing cooker cable, which is now going to the hob, going in. We've got this cable on the floor, which is the ring main for this room here, is going to be wired in, so I've got some extra breakers for that. So I'm going to tackle this, and I'll put you on the side so you can watch Adam in a super speedy time lapse. Adam's telling me off because I left him out here to do this. It's just absolutely hammered it down with hail. I'm stuck in a dark little cupboard. He's just said to me there's a little notch here where it goes over, but we've just said we're going to take the drain pipe, the down pipe bracket off, lower that down a little bit so he's got a flat bend, flat thing. Yeah, Sam, there's quite a lot of saddles in that wall.
I know, that's what I did debate that.
That's way too much. Take
the two middle.
Take that one out and take that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. I'd hold me on the wall. Well, maybe not. I'd hold you on the wall.
Yeah.
Sound.
That one.
That's it, mate. Yeah, every two is a bit excessive. But these ones are spaced out nicely. I've got to go and put the camera on charge for a little bit, because it's on 8%, and we'll jump back in a little bit once we know. Well, I'll show you what I've just done with the fuse board in here, which is, I'm just waiting for some 4x2 trunking to turn up from the wholesaler. It's a bit dark in here, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I've done. Made things way more difficult for myself than I needed to be, but sod it. I want it to look nice. The guy who rewired this originally a couple of years ago did a bang tidy job, and then the builder came and messed it up. So let's put it back to its former glory and make it nice looking. And up here was literally just live neutral earth in to junction boxes, to connector blocks. So I've taken that out with the 4x2 trunking going across. We can do all the joints we need to in the actual trunking itself. Bring it down. I bought a tee. I can tee it down to the back of the board, make that off again a bit nicer. Bring in our new circuits, what we need to, and yeah, just tidy it up a little bit, make it a bit more presentable.
So we've progressed a bit more. All the outside stuff's done. So obviously anything above that box there was old stuff, pre-existing. So obviously I've redone this. Took Nick's advice, took a couple out. So just ran across. I've moved that drain pipe clip. So it's all flush, nice and level. End box on there with the lid on. Let me just jump over this and I'll show you in the inside. Right, so let's move it on into the inside. Right, so in the inside, what happens is, let me get my little uni light. Here he is. Fold him out. So what's happened is the cable has come in down there, in between like where the plinth normally goes. I don't know if you can see there, next to them gas pipes. So it's come in there. We've put it across underneath, cut a bit of slack, left the slack on, and then fed it up the box into the back of this isolator, and then out of the isolator, as you can see at the top, I've wired in the hob. That hole was already there above. I've not made that. I just need to get some little sticky pad things and the cable ties to stick this cable up out of the way. But that's it really in the inside. Nice neat job. Far better than what was here before.
Has been a trooper, and now I've been stuck on this, the Happy Hour podcast, and trunking's in, just trying to make sense of everything really, put stuff back, try and make it as neat and double stuff over as and where I can. yeah, there's not much to show here until this is sort of near the end. Ripped all that out. I'm just going to put a bit of cable between this. Just, it's a very difficult one. I'm high up. There's an arm of cable in the way. There's heating pipes everywhere and lots of stuff. So I'll end up just coming back to this as and when I've just done it, really, and we'll just sort of chat about it at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, guys. It is nearly 6 o'clock. It's getting dark. Very dark outside. Adam's just tying stuff up. This is what I've got. I've done it as neat as I physically can with what I've got, with kinks already in the cables, coming in from all different angles. I've got some coming from the left, some from behind, some on top. Some weren't quite long enough, some were way too long. I took the stuff out of there, and I was just going to get an M-box cap on there. All the cables that feed to this extension go to here, so that's what they were all joined together before up here. So we sorted this out. I'm run out of time tonight to do the sockets go into this room, or the socket that's just behind me on the wall, because we're going to be here for hours yet. So I'm going to get this back on, test the things that we need to test, what we have changed and added new, and I'm going to call it a day here. So it's been a long one, believe it or not, just messing around with this, Adam outside, me fixing the stuff on the inside. I've still got half an hour's worth of stuff to tidy up down here. I've just been dropping stuff on the floor like a naughty boy. So yeah, thanks all for watching. If you like the video, obviously smash a like, subscribe and all that jazz, and we will see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye. Sorry guys.